So the cash flow statements reports the cash flows which include both inflow and outflow from operating, investing, and financing activities. Each category results in net cash provided or used. We'll talk about that. What does it mean when we start the statement of cash flows? For example, if in 2019 18 balance and 2019 balance, if accounts receivable are 1000 and if accounts payable here are 800. So in previous year the amount is that we have to receive from our customers 1000 and now it is 800, which means 200 we received from our customers. When we receive, it means it belongs to cash inflow because customers are a part of operation, so this is also operating activity. So this is how we analyze that one. The number third point is reports whether cash or cash equivalents increase during the year or not. We already discussed and just have a hint here. So if cash increase or decrease, we'll just write it down that this year cash has increased. Or it shows the ending balance or of cash and cash equivalents that is coming from balance sheet. So on the balance sheet there is a cash account. So ending balance of cash and cash accounts in statement of cash flow match with the cash on the balance sheet account. We'll talk about in details when we learn how to make the statement of cash flow. Right now the objective is just to understand the four financial statements and their elements and the relationship of those statements. Okay, let's further understand the relationship. It's a very nice graphical representation. So we have income statement, sales and expenses. So we found net income. So first we make income statement and then we find out the income the net income, and then net income will go to make retained earning statement, right? How? Because from income statement we receive net income and we will use this net income into net retained earning statement. What is the formula? That retained earning, which is beginning, plus net income minus the dividend is equal to ending retained earning, right? So we use net income. So if we don't have the net income, we cannot make the retained earning statements, right? So first is we have to make the income statement, and then we will from income statement we will make the retained earning. So we are now developing the relationship. That's why we construct income statement first and then retained earnings at the second. And as we already make the retained earnings here, so this retained earnings will help you to create the balance sheet, right? The balance sheet, assets, liabilities, stockholders equity. In stockholders equity there is a retained earnings. So this amount will go to the retained earnings in balance sheet. It means first you have to make the income statement and then retained earnings statement and then balance sheet statement. And when you make the balance sheet, and then we construct the cash flow statement, right? So how? Because this is the cash and cash equivalent account. We find out from balance sheet, and from the cash flow from operation, investment and financing, we find out it is the same amount, that is the balance of our balance sheet under cash and cash equivalents. So this is how we establish the relationship. So how the number one statement is made. First of all, income statement, we find out net income, and then net income when we find out, then we can make the retained earnings. From retained earnings we find out its ending balance, and we will use it to make balance sheet. And from the balance sheet we find out the cash balance, and from cash balance we compare it with the statement of cash flow statement, right? And we match its balance here. This is the relationship, right? Here, right? So these match with the statement of cash flows of all the activities. So these are like effect of foreign translation and increase or decrease in the, this is like that we will discuss in our, when we actually make the advanced level of cash flow statement. So now we have successfully finished our business here of the lecture 1 and lecture 2. So the decision guideline that what the financial statement users often ask about the companies and where to look for. So if your question is can the company sell its product, then what you have to look for, you have to look the sales revenue, whether it's increasing or decreasing. If it's decreasing from year to year, it means it cannot sell its product, don't have any kind of confidence in selling its product in future. And then what are the main income measures to watch for the trend? Income measures, the gross profit, operating income, and net income, right? Gross profit, which is equal to sale minus cost of goods sold. Operating, when we less selling and administrative expenses from the gross profit. And then the net income, when we less the taxes and the interest. This is the net income, right? And the third one is what percentage of sales revenue ends up profit. It means we divide net income by sales. These are some financial statements formulas. So which means net income divided by sales, it is the percentage of the profit. So can the company collect its revenue? So you just collect its receivable. You compare increase in account receivable to increase in sales. Simple. What does it mean? It means if your receivables are increasing and your sales are decreasing, it means you cannot collect the receivable, because you are your sales are decreasing and customers are just buying from you and not paying you cash. The second last one is can the company pay its liabilities? You compare assets to liabilities, right? If your current or your liabilities are getting higher and higher as compared to the assets, or your current assets are greater than your current liabilities, it means you can pay your liabilities easily. But if your current liabilities are greater than current assets, it means this is the amount that you can convert into cash in less than 1 year, and this is the amount you have to pay in less than 1 year. So the amount of you have to pay within the 12 months is greater than the amount you will convert into cash less than 1 year is lower. It means you cannot pay your liabilities. And then where is the company's cash coming from? When you have to observe the cash flow statement. Cash is coming from operation or investments or the financing activities. You can see that. Okay, now let's start our learning objective 6, which is evaluate business decision ethically. So sorry, for ethically, good business requires decision making, which in turn requires the exercise of good judgment, both at the individual and corporate level. So there are three factors that influence the business accounting and decision making ethically. Number one is economics. So you have to decide that this decision should maximize the economic benefit, whether it will be increasing our profit or not. whether the decision is good for the society and is under the law provided by the government. And the last one is ethical, in which it may be legal, but whether this action is still right or wrong. For example, it is not illegal to produce green product, or sorry, the it is not illegal in many countries to pollute the environment to make the high level of goods, but you decide to go green. So that is more ethical way, because you take care about your neighborhoods, you take care about your future generation so that they can have clean air and clean water. So in that case, your decision is ethically. So recognize that while certain actions might be both economically profitable, legal, but they may still not be right. Like you're emitting greenhouse gases, right? It is not illegal. You are making the product, but you are polluting the environment. You are destroying the Amazon ozone layer by making the CFC, and you are into the air condition business, right? And you are now using different kind of gas which is not destroying the ozone layer. So it is more sorry, ethical. We have completed our today's chapter, and I will be uploading our assignment 1 into our WeChat group and also on Blackboard as well. So kindly respect the due date, and if you have any question, please do write us on our WeChat and Blackboard as well. Okay, so we have end of the lecture. So see you next time with an exciting chapter as well. Until then, take care, stay safe, stay indoors, take care of yourself and your family as well. Bye bye.